hear the Bremerton Symphony? Probably a lot of people would go if they knew how good they were. I'd love to play a concert with a symphony out there on the peninsula.
Yeah.
Pedro, are they on YouTube?
Yes, I'm trying to find something that is good quality.
Well, I think the cool thing would be to do it with Bremerton, because we don't go enough to the peninsula.
Oh, I was just taking the winner's information. I completely missed everything you said.
Oh, no worries about it. We were thinking it would be cool if we played with a symphony sometime.
Oh, that'd be very cool.
Is this the...
Bremerton, Washington.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah, and if that's the Bremerton, Washington Symphony, I will row across with one oar. That's phenomenal. Yes, I mean, no disparage.
It's great, Pedro. So, hey, question. Did we ever hear back from the Bremerton Symphony after we spent so much time talking to them? What did they say?
We'll be doing an interview with the conductor.
Great.
Don't have a date yet, but he'll be talking to us.
A few weeks ago, and I'm trying to remember how it came up in conversation, but the Bremerton Symphony came up in conversation on our show.
We gave away tickets to their performance.
Right. They were doing some advertising. Well, we found out a lot more about the Bremerton Symphony. It's a great symphony. Alan Fuderman is here, and he is a Juilliard and Berklee-trained classical musician who has played and conducted arts programs and symphonies all across the United States and Europe. Currently, Alan is the music director of the... And by the way, that's part of why I talked about him, is because I thought, I want to meet these guys.
Even more currently, Alan is holding a
weapon.
A weapon at you.
I think it's a paddle. I think you did paddle
I think he rode over here.
I've arrived armed and dangerous.
Welcome to the Bob Rivers Show.
Thank you.
Alan is the music director of the Bremerton Symphony. Bremerton Symphony information is all up at bobrivers.com. Alan Fuderman...
Futterman. My grandfather been von Futterman, like my grandfather.
I thought I was being cool.
No, Futterman is good.
Completely. Alan Futterman, welcome to the Bob Rivers Show. How are you, sir?
Thank you so much. Well, thank you for having me. What an honor.
Thank you for being here.
Of course, first I have to chastise you.
Yeah.
Your exact words were, if that's the Bremerton Symphony, I will paddle over with one oar.
And there's the oar.
And here's the oar.
Verbatim. Was this when they played some music and I thought it was fantastic?
Yeah.
And I thought your symphony would sound more like Hooterville.
Right. Well, on a good day, you never know.
All right. Well, can I do it in the summer?
Okay. We can do it in July.
Year-round.
That's fine.
I am honored, and I
I'll send you the brass section to help paddle.
I was just tweaking because I knew it would be a way to find out more about the Bremerton Symphony. How long has Bremerton had a symphony? And
yeah, we started in 1942. Huge influx of military families, of course, to Bremerton because of the naval facility there.
Many of them played in military bands.
Instruments, and they put together an orchestra, and it's been going ever since 1942, which is pretty amazing with orchestras folding all around us.
The symphony has been in existence since 1942.
Since 1942.
Wow. Symphonies, I don't care what kind of music you love, it does not matter. At a certain age, and I think that age should be 6, you should develop an appreciation for the masters, for the greatest hits of the 1500s, 1600s, and 1700s. Because nothing like it has ever been done since, and people try.
Not only that, it's a basis for everything we do today. Everybody talks about who's the biggest star out there, probably maybe Lady Gaga, let's say.
Yeah.
Guess what? She started as a classically
trained.
You bet she is. On piano, absolutely.
All the best people are classically trained.
I thought I wanted to be Eric Clapton when I was a teenager. I didn't know I wanted to be Leonard Bernstein. That happened later.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, without much introduction or interruption.
Which one are we playing?
Here, what are we going to play?
We're playing Prokofiev.
Okay, just a little bit of Prokofiev, sure.
Here we go.
Big and bombed out. Thanks. I've got to hand it to Bob Rivers. I've been listening to KJR I was a teenager in Seattle. I remember KJR 95 back in the 60s, and it's got to be the first time we've heard Prokofiev on KJR.
Oh, yeah.
Yay, Bob Rivers. That's impressive.
Well, that's sweet of you for me, but it's really you, and it's amazing that you do this incredible thing. How about something else now, a different style? What do we have here?
Well, I have a piece of mine, the Fiesta Mexicana. Maybe we can play some of that starting in about 4 minutes.
Oh, Peter would love something that says Fiesta in it.
I give you a quick how this started. I was in Mazatlan in the back streets. Truck came up to sell fresh oysters. Well, how do you advertise? You call your friends to get the band together. The band plays in the streets, and then everybody knows the fresh oysters have arrived. So I took some notes, and I didn't copy it note for note, but I did a similar style of music.
So this is something you brought from Mexico back with you.
I write something wherever I go.
That was not an intestinal virus. Here it is.
Yeah.
Here's a song. Here we go. The Bremerton Symphony, folks. That's good stuff, huh?
That definitely says the oysters have arrived.
Yeah.
You can hear the excitement there.
I actually saw Elmer Fudd going after Bugs Bunny while I was listening to that, too. And I say that sort of jokingly, but as kids, we got our exposure to classical music and cartoons, didn't we?
Through Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry now, and all that sort of thing.
You think classical, you think old, but there are new pieces being written like that. How old is that?
Maybe 8 years old.
So that's, I went to the symphony last week. Matteo Messina wrote a symphony at Benaroya Hall, and it's like his 14th. And the guys, you guys are young. You're like the Beethovens. There's going to be 100 years from now that music.
Let me ask that, because Alan Futterman, be honest. Is any of this new stuff, will it stand the test of time, or do we have to wait 300 years to find out?
Oh, it'll take a while to find out, I think.
Alan Futterman, Juilliard, Berkeley. When you first went into Juilliard, was that your first school?
No, actually, I started as a chemist, but let's let that go.
You started as a chemist,
okay. I thought I wanted to be a jazz musician after the Berkeley School, and I was actually playing guitar and bassoon at that time, and stayed with a guy named Charlie Mariano, who's an old-time alto player.
How do you get excited about the bassoon when you're home alone? I mean, just by itself. What does the bassoon sound like?
It's big, it's loud, it's fun, It's like, bassoonists are strange. And Charlie Mariano took one look at me and said, "You play the guitar. We've got 300 guitar players. Play the bassoon. There's an instrument."
There's an instrument. There'll always be someone needs a bassoon player.
There you go.
And there won't be 80 of them. Yeah.
And you've been all over the world with that bassoon.
I have, actually, as a matter of fact.
What's the most far-flung place you've made that?
What do we play? We played in the catacombs in St. John the Divine, played in the jungles of Colombia, played in all kinds of places.
Wow. So you played for drug lords. It had to be fun.
They supported classical music, What can I say?
Absolutely. Well, all right. I'm going to once again play a little bit more of the... I'll be honest with you. I'm blown away that not only is there Bremerton Symphony Orchestra, but that they are world-class. Astounding.
Before we get to the next one, the next one is kind of fun. We need to talk about Spike and the Impalers. I mean, there's a great band. We need to discuss this. But before we get there...
You were not serious about, you would play with us?
Absolutely. The next thing we're going to hear is the orchestra rocking out. We needed...
Can your symphony hall hold a rock band, too, in a big concert?
Oh, I don't know. I think we've got, 1,300 seats over there?
Yeah, baby.
We're coming.
All right. Would you do a concert with us? Maybe we could benefit some charity.
Let's talk.
All right.
Absolutely.
Wow. Are you sure?
Yeah, he's sure. We're sure. Worried about this.
Yeah.
I think it's a great.
I heard that, but I wasn't going to hold it.
Spike and the Impalers has needed some bassoon, I think.
Yeah.
I've often told.
I love the bassoon now.
Well, I just get something real quick here. Everybody thinks, classical music, it's old crusty people in their parlors listening to stuff. Hey, we're doing opera. What is it about? Well, I was listening to your show this morning, and of course, we're talking about serial cheaters and all that. So what are we doing this weekend? Don Giovanni. Hey, the whole thing about Don Giovanni, here's a guy, he had, 640 in Italy, 640 women in Italy, 230 somewhere else. What is opera about? It's great stuff.
Yeah, it sure is. Okay. Alan Futterman, one more clip from the Symphony Orchestra of Bremerton. Here we go. mornings.
Do you recognize the song?
I do. Where do I recognize it from?
Led Zeppelin.
Cashmere right there.
Rocking out on Zeppelin, dancing. Yeah, there you go.
We can do Cashmere together, that's for sure.
Cashmere, we do Love Rain Over Me.
Do you record this in your actual symphony hall?
Yeah, that was actually a rehearsal take right there, but
Yeah, awesome.
absolutely.
All right. It's great stuff. When do kids first get hooked by pop culture marketing? 6?
Oh, no, it's younger than that.
It is.
Yo, Gabba
Nowadays,
Gabba, and,
yeah, absolutely.
Thomas the Train
And
Bomb,
Disney
all
gets a
that.
hold of them. Yeah.
Right,
And
exactly.
then the Wiggles and all of that.
Oh, yeah.
But as a parent, you can definitely introduce them to other things, and then they...
Well, that's right. The other great thing about music is, music is what keeps kids in school. Hey, why did I go to high school? I went to high school because we did orchestra and jazz band before the other classes started. It wasn't language arts that brought me to school every day. I'm sorry to say that. My language arts
that's
was wonderful.
And we were talking about schools having to make cuts, and I jokingly said, who needs band? But that's because I love band, and I was joking.
In school, absolutely.
And without that kind of thing, if school is all drudgery and math, then, who would want to go to school?
Is it possible to have a career as a triangle player? I noticed it's a real key thing.
Joe, in the rock world, Joe does cowbell.
Yeah, I'm a cowbell.
And when we do our concert
I'm
with
a cowbell.
Bremerton Symphony,
I'm into the rain stick.
He can't play cowbell. What do you like, the rain stick? I have one of those.
I got to tell you a story then.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Last year we did a Mahler Symphony, incredible Mahler Symphony. It has the 3 hammer blows of death. Okay, takes a giant hammer. The hammer is about 4 feet long, and you play it on this monster table. And we found the guy who is the monster hammer player.
Wow.
Who flies around the country playing this with various orchestras, and he did an incredible job.
We are going to do a Spike and the Impalers show with you.
All right.
I don't know how the wind will put it together, but Joe will play the monster hammer of death, and anything else, anything else that just requires hitting something once in a while. That's all you need.
That's what I do.
Excellent.
Very nice to meet you, Alan Futterman. And if anybody wants tickets to your upcoming shows, we'll put links up on our website, bobrivers.com. And how else do they get them?
Thank you so much. Call the Bremerton Symphony office, or go to the website.
So there's only one Bremerton.
There's only one Bremerton Symphony. They'll find us.
They will find you.
Bob, why don't we give him the last word of the day today?
All right, and at the end of every show, we have a last word of the day. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I am, of course.
Okay. Whatever the word is, you can pull it out of wherever you want. Here it goes.
Tempo.
95.7 Rock. Pop, you think